Hey guys, it's Mike back with Trendsetter Shaving. I told you guys I'd be getting the Samurai, and I showed you in my lather video that it did arrive. Here it is, guys. Very good Shavette, very good weight to it. It is a scissor load for the blade. A little difficult, but I'll show you guys how this works. First thing that you want to do when you're changing this out, if you already have a blade in it, is have just a shave towel or something to undo this latch right there. And that's just so you don't cut yourself, because it is kind of a hard to get off thing there. But as you can see, that hinge is connected to one of the sides of the scissors. So you just kind of give it a squeeze like that, it'll come apart. My blade just popped out and it just comes apart. And then you got a pin there, 2 pins that hold your blade. Now if you don't have a DE Shavette blade like these, which I find that derbies work best with this, if you don't have that and all you have is just the regular DE blade, you can go ahead and just take that and snap it. And then what you get, end result, will look like so. So I'm going to go ahead and put a derby Shavette blade in this, because like I said, I find that's what works best with this Shavette. I've only used it maybe twice since I've owned it, which has been about probably a week now. And what you do is you just take those pins there, drop your notches on there, and you'll know if you got the right notches, whether you're short out or not. A little bit tricky getting this in there. You got to really hold it with your thumb as you slide in to make sure you stay on those notches. I'm not a big fan of how you load this, really. Just seems difficult to me, honestly. But once you are in there, and you'll know you're all the way down because you're even all the way across, if you guys can see that there. Then that is when you take your shave towel again and just give that lever a good squeeze, and you're in. So I do like that it has a locking mechanism to hold the blade in. That's actually kind of nice. It's just a matter of getting it in there. It takes a little more effort than I have time for sometimes. You know, honestly, I kind of like the load fill ones with the chamber a little bit better. So today, I'm going to use my usual here, Perazzo. And we will get going and give this thing a go and let you guys know how it works. For the most part, I've used load fill Shavettes. It's just easier. The only thing I don't like about those, though, is they're usually a plastic handle or something that's cheaply made, so they don't got a lot of weight to them. But this thing is all stainless steel. It's got some weight to it, so that's kind of nice. You can kind of let the razor do the work, as opposed to the cheaper made Shavettes that you kind of have to work your hand into it. Go ahead and just get that loaded good. All right. And as always with any straight edge or Shavette, you want to have an Allen block. Mine broke in half, sadly. Do have a new one on the way. I think that was mainly because I wasn't getting it fully dry when I was putting it away. So, lesson learned, make sure your Allen block is always nice and dry after each and every use. It's probably more along the lines of a common sense thing, but you know, there's only so much you can do when you got 2 kids and a wife you live with and everything else. So Alright, so we're going to go down grain first try with this. So this way. And it's like anything else. Lay it, get your 30. Okay. Just make sure you're keeping mustache area, jaw area real flat, real tight. But I mean, for the most part, guys, not bad. We're getting some pretty good collection on there. It's taking off the hair, doing its job. But I really enjoy the weight on this. Like I said, it's not like most Shavettes where you gotta kind of guide it. So I definitely see why this is kind of the chosen Shavette with professional barbers and whatnot. And that being said, it's because it's about as close to a real straight edge as you're gonna get without actually buying one. And this thing wasn't much either. It was under $15, so having said that, for being under 15 bucks, it's a damn good Shavette. A little bit of trick here if you're going over your Adam's apple and don't know what to do about that. You have two options. You can dip your hands in alum and pull either way. Do one side around, pull the other way. And do your other side around. Or you can kind of half swallow. I don't know if you guys can see that. Kind of swallow and hold your Adam's apple. You want to use a lot of caution in your chin area with this. Same thing around the nose. Just want to keep everything flat. But I mean, if you're still wanting to get a straight edge and you want something that's a good training tool, the thing works great for that. I'm probably only going to do a 2-pass here today. But for 1 pass, I mean, that's pretty damn good right there. A good tip on your brushes too when you guys are doing this. You don't want to hold your brush literally on the brush. A good rule of thumb is to keep your thumb underneath, 2 fingers above. What that does is it keeps a good control on it. So you can do your sideburns, under the nose, real good without getting a whole bunch in your nose or anything like that. So I always kind of choke up on my brush, so to speak, a little bit. That'll help you guys out a little bit. It's a lot better than just having a snowball of cream going everywhere. When you do your jawline, if you guys are watching that, that's when you want your alum to really pull that up. So what'll happen if you pull it up high enough and then put it down, you'll see you've actually navigated that area in your jawline. And it can make that bottom jawline just one easy straight line like so. Now, if this is a real straight, I always have that rule: left hand, left side, right hand, right side. Being as it's a Shavette, it's a little shorter blade. I like to kind of cheat, and if I can get away with using my dominant hand, I will. That's more of a preference thing. It's just I have a little bit better control. Did nick myself a little bit on my chin. I knew it was gonna happen anyways. It's inevitable. Kind of a trouble spot for me anyways. And when you do your mustache cross grain, you want to get your alum real tight. Watch your nose. And there we go. So, let's see here. All things considered, not a bad shave for being a Shavette. So there it is, guys. The Samurai, classic Samurai. Not bad at all. So I hope that helped you guys out with some product review on that, to see how it's used, see how it works. My final thoughts, I'd give it 5 stars. Not bad at all, man. And today I think we're going to go ahead and finish with some Special Reserve Pinade. Till then, get your shave on, guys.